Good afternoon. I'm George Latimer, Westchester County Executive, and welcome to the village of Croton-on-Hudson. We're here at Croton Point Park, a Westchester County park, to launch something that we're very excited about. The first time in Westchester County that we have a full and large cricket pitch here at Croton Point Park. This is an example of our commitment to expanding our recreational facilities and services. Westchester County has 55 parks of all various types across the county that provide golf and nature centers and pools and beaches. We have a beach right here at Croton Point Park. We'll be back here tomorrow for another announcement. But this is the first time that we are reaching out to those aficionados of the sport of cricket with a cricket pitch, and we're very excited to have this as a new added advantage here in Westchester County. I'm joined by a number of important people. You'll hear from some of them in a few minutes. Our Deputy County Executive, Ken Jenkins, is with us here today. We have our Parks Commissioner, Kathy O'Connor, who will be speaking in a second or two. We have with us County Legislators Catherine Borgia, who was the chair of the Budget and Appropriations Committee a while back when the first allocation of money came for this. And also, we have our first Asian American member of the Board of Legislators, David Imamura, and clearly the Asian American community has been deeply involved in the creation of this and satisfying a demand that's existed for a long time for a pitch of this nature. And we also have with us a representative of the Croton Village Board of Trustees, Ann Galelli, who is here, and we're very happy to have her here, and certainly all the things that happen at Croton Point Park are tied into the activities of the village of Croton-on-Hudson and the town of Cortland that we're in. This collaboration to create this facility was years in the making, and it was required for Westchester County to work with our Parks Department and the passionate cricket aficionados from our community who've been instrumental in this development. People are committed to their sports, and there's lots of different sports, but I have yet to see someone that loves the sport more than the people that play cricket. They're absolutely committed to this sport, and we're happy to be absolutely committed to them. And their role in doing, in making sure that we had this facility together is absolutely critical. And I think it's reflective of the way that the county tries to work cooperatively with different communities of individuals. This is a vibrant community. It extends all across Westchester County. It includes those of South Asian heritage, those of West Indian heritage, and those who, from any source of life, find great exercise and enjoyment in the competition of the game of cricket. So we want to express that appreciation to all of those individuals for your role. We're going to hear from a couple of our cricket ambassadors in a few seconds. I want to express personal appreciation for our Commissioner, Kathy O'Connor, our first Deputy Commissioner, Peter Tartaglia, and William Bland. They diligently worked with all of the stakeholders and made sure that we had a seamless execution of this vision. Don't ever think that these things are an easy straight line. There's back and forth and back and truth to power and power back to truth. There has to be budgeted money set aside to make these things happen. And the approval of anything that happens in this government does not happen without the approval of the Westchester County Board of Legislators. So we're very happy that both legislators Borgia and Imamura are here. And I want to give a shout out to former county legislator Mary Jane Shimsky. She's now a state assemblywoman. During her tenure on the Board of Legislators, she was a strong advocate for cricket and continues to support us in her new role in the state with finances and so forth. I think it's important that this announcement today is just the beginning of a process. We expect to see people using this facility on an ongoing basis. They'll do it as part of their physical fitness emphasis. They'll do it for good mental well-being. It's an active lifestyle. It's also an important cultural connection for people who grew up on the sport of cricket and want to be able to play it here in Westchester County and connect to the roots of their sporting activity and their heritage. This is a remarkable day, and we're happy to do this. We're happy to do this in many other ways for many other types of activities. It's one more example how Westchester County, as an entity, tries to stay ahead of what the field of demand is. So this is a great day, and as they said in that great movie, The Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. So we have built it, and we expect them to come and enjoy this field. Let me invite our Parks Commissioner, Kathy O'Connor, to speak next and share a few thoughts. Kathy.
Thank you, County Executive George Latimer. He used the term passionate. I would use a couple of other words. Enthusiastic, and seriously, just by the number of emails that we received, I think you win the prize as far as passionate and enthusiasm. The county executive mentioned it already. It's a wonderful example of collaboration. We get asked a lot of different things and asked to do a lot of different things, but this cricket pitch has been something that we've been talking about for over 2 years now. And as the county executive mentioned, Mary Jane Chimsky was really spearheading the movement. And then when she left, obviously other people took the role. Just to mention the fact that we're up here, we did do a lot of touring, and we did have a lot of other conversation of different places, and collectively, as with the Parks Department as well as the cricket ambassadors and the county executive and the Board of Legislators, we came to believe that this is the place to be. It is a beautiful setting. It is a little bit more independent than being in the middle of some of our other facilities, and I think it's just going to be a home run. Literally, I don't know about pitch. I don't know about. I know. By the way. Right, I know. They'll never let me forget that I referred to a home run. But I don't know cricket, and I'm looking forward to watching one of the whatever matches. You call it, matches. I'll get there. But anyway, I just also wanted to reiterate, this was a big effort on the part of the Parks Department. William Bland, yes. We really got him up here numerous times, meeting the passionate and enthusiastic cricket ambassadors. So William Bland, really, our hats are off to you for doing it, but also the people that work here. Ron Anderson was the superintendent here. He has moved into another position as Assistant Parks Director. Joe Simoncini is the Director of Parks. They're over there. Let's hear for them. And now we have Sarah Kavanaugh, who is our young lady over to my left, who is now the superintendent here. And her right-hand man is Doug Falcone, who is the park manager. They will be overseeing the operation here, as well as our permit office that will work with everyone in renting the facility. So congratulations to all. As always, the county executive has been a tremendous supporter of the Parks Department, and I can't thank them enough, as well as the Board of Legislators. They've been wonderful to work with, and because of both of those entities, we're able to do things like what we have here today. Thank you very much.
It's fascinating, too, because Kathy, Ken, myself, a number of us were together just a few hours ago at the diagonal opposite of the county at Glen Island, where we had our next Salute to Seniors event. And just a couple of days ago, we were at Kensico Dam Plaza to dedicate a portion on behalf of Lawrence Otis Graham. The day before that, we were at Ridge Road Park for dedication of a healing garden. There's so many different things that we look at with great pride in our Westchester parks. And it's important to understand that what we're doing today is part of a continuation of a commitment that extends far beyond my administration and the time that we spent here. We can go back 50 years and see commitments that were made by prior decision makers to obtain land and to use it for active recreation, for passive recreation, to enjoy the great outdoors, and then also to have sporting competitions that bring people together. I'd like to ask our two representatives from the Board of Legislators to share a few thoughts. Catherine Borgia represents the district that we're in now, and as I mentioned, she was chair of the Budget and Appropriations Committee when the first allocation to study creating a cricket pitch came to pass, and then during her other positions of leadership as chair of the board, helped advance this. So Catherine, and then she'll be followed by David Imamura, who is our newest legislator, but also a person who's been very passionate about fighting for those interests of the various communities, including the Asian American community. So first, Legislator Catherine Borgia, followed by Legislator David Imamura.
Thank you, George. I always think it's an excellent decision to locate anything in District 9, so thank you, Kathy. Good idea. But really, this is a perfect place because it is its own separate place, separate parking. Parking's always an issue at all of our parks, so this is really a wonderful amenity. And I do have to say, speaking of home runs, that I lived for a few years in the UK, and as my substitute, because like the county executive, I am a baseball fanatic, as my substitute for baseball when I was living in London and Manchester, I did start to follow cricket, so I'm very excited about this opportunity right here in my neighborhood. And I was also thrilled to hear that this is not just a sport for men, but that we're actively recruiting women cricketers. So if you know anyone who is a woman softball player, please have her come on and join the team. So thank you so much to all the hard work. I know a lot of hard work went into this, and really looking forward to having this new amenity. The parks are one of the things that make Westchester County so very special. Thank you again to the county executive, deputy county executive, Kathy and Peter, who run all over the place to make everything happen in our parks, and to all of you who really strongly advocated for this, and now here we are. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, George. It is a privilege to stand here before you today. In having assumed office under 60 days ago, I can't say that I did very much to help facilitate this day, but I am so thrilled to be here. And in my 50 days in office, I can tell you right now that I can see how much work went into this. I can see the years of advocacy, the years of emails, of phone calls, of sketching things out, of making plans that resulted in this day. I have the proud honor of succeeding Mary Jane Shimsky in the county legislature, so I guess District 12 really loves cricket. But I know how amazing this sport is. My brother-in-law is actually an Englishman, and he loves cricket, so he was so excited when I told him Westchester County has a cricket field. But again, congratulations to everyone, and I think it's so great that this is Asian American Heritage Month, as George said. To be opening a cricket field is, I think, deeply impactful, right? Is that in a time where our neighboring counties are literally shutting the door to immigrants, right? For Westchester counties to be affirmatively opening a cricket field, I think speaks wonders about George Latimer, about our county government, and about the people who live in Westchester. So again, congratulations everyone, and let's do this. Thank you.
Now we're going to ask a couple of the folks who live, breathe, and eat cricket to share a few of their thoughts here. First of all, I'm going to ask a gentleman who serves in public office on the school board in his home community. Vikas Agrawal has been a terrific advocate in many different areas of public policy, along with education and recreation. And since he is part of this important South Asian community, we'd like for him to say a few words on this important day.
Good afternoon. Thank you, George. And so let me just give a shout out. So after 3 years of advocacy, we finally have a first 360-degree first cricket field in Westchester County. Let's give a big hand. So excited. And I want to make 3 points. Before I make 3 points, I want to say thank you to County Executive George Latimer and Deputy County Executive Ken Jenkins and David Imimura and Kathy, and also Parks and Recreation Department, Joe, Ed, and William Bland, who has been instrumental coordinating and organizing, and he told me how many places he went to get an idea how the cricket pitch, and I think we can actually award him PhD on the cricket pitch right now. He probably know more than I do. So he is such an expert, and he spoke to so many experts. And thank you all the community members, and also my colleagues who has been instrumental, and Mr. Rakesh Behal, who does a surveyor, and he always measures and level things. And Sanjeev is here. He was very instrumental. And also a couple of people who are not here, Jeet Barmecha and also some other Amit Saxena. And also I also want to thank you, CCW, Ashok. Ashok Chopra. I'm having senior moments. And Dinkle Patel. I think they have done a very remarkable job in Westchester County as a promoting cricket, and they have been first organization to bring the Westchester Cup, which has been really successful. And we all friends work together. We all live in Ardsley. So thank you, everybody, and we are looking forward to use this cricket field optimally and to the maximum. So 3 point I'm trying to make that right now we only playing the adults, and most of them are immigrant. And I think if cricket has to thrive in this country, slowly we have to transition and coach our next generation, children's. Hopefully, within few years, rather than me playing, I want to see the kids playing a league. That is number one. And number two, hopefully we will use this cricket so much, then county executive will feel like we have to give them another cricket field. And number three, whatever you do, don't get injured and don't destroy the relationship. So this is going to be great, and I'm really very excited on behalf of the all cricket community. And thank you, everybody. This is looks like a full house, and thank you so much, George, Ken, and everybody involved. Thank you so much. I'm really very appreciative from bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Next, I'm going to invite Dinkle Patel to the microphone, and as he shares his thoughts, he also has a presentation to make, and I'm going to ask Ken Jenkins, our Deputy County Executive, to accept that presentation. Mr. Patel.
Thank you, Mr. Latimer. Thank you, Mr. Ken Jenkins, and all the county Westchester officials over here, not just from the county, but from across our neighboring village here, right? Everybody I would like to thank here. This journey started long back, as you all know, that we have been doing playing cricket here. We started with 5 people, and of course, all of you can see here, Dr. Ashok Chopra, Vikas is here, and all other respective team members are here. We started with a Westchester Cup in 2019. It started with 16 teams. Later, it grew to many leagues and tournaments, and we want to thank everybody to support us, especially the Asian women and all other community women, because with their help we were able to start our first women cricket tournament in 2021. It's called Shakti Cup. This is the 3rd year of the Shakti Cup. Shakti Cup is a one-day tournament where more than 100 women with their families come on the ground. They participate. They don't know the cricket. We teach them, and they learn the cricket. We make a modified cricket for them, not like a professional cricket, so they can enjoy this game along with men. Because in the morning when we all go for playing cricket in Saturday and Sunday, they think that they're left behind at the house. So this is for them that we started this Shakti Cup tournament, and now this is the 3rd year. Shakti Cup is coming on June 17th. We play at Delfino Park. We'd like to thank Park and Recreation Commissioner of White Plains, who actually helped to give this ground for playing Shakti Cup. And definitely now we look forward, Westchester County Parks and Commissioner and everybody, to make this a possibility for all of us. This is the beginning. We want to have more and more cricket ground so that everyone plays, not just the Indian community, not just the Asian community. We want to expand this to everyone. This is a game where you actually come together as a team and definitely have a fun. So I would like to thank all of the county officials and everybody at Westchester, along with all my colleagues over here who are standing here with me. Thank you them. And we would like to invite everybody who is watching this to come and join us and play cricket with us and have a fun. Thank you. Thank you. We would like to call now Mr. Ken Jenkins for this memento. Next, we would like to call Mr. George Latimer for the next one.
Thank you, Dinkle. That's appreciated. Much appreciated. Ken.
And wait, and t-shirts, all right.
The t-shirts for you.
There you go.
Thank you. All right, first thing, thank you so much. First, I just want to say thank you to all of our cricket aficionados that have been here through this particular process. And as County Executive said, and Kathy O'Connor, Commissioner O'Connor, and everyone that's talked about this, County Legislator Borgia and Imamura, and all of our ambassadors, Dingle and Vikas, to be able to say the things that have happened. Yes, William Bland went to like multiple states to do this. Kathy, I don't know what we're doing on overtime and transportation to be able to do the work that it was essential. Aficionados, enthusiastic, making sure that we were moving things forward. But again, because of the leadership and working with the county executive and our team, the county board of legislators, again, giving Mary Jane Shipsky another shout out because again, she was enthusiastic and coming upstairs to advocate for this, and followed by David Imamura, who was advocating for this on the other side when in his role in the Asian American Advisory Board, and then continuing on now as a county legislator to do this. This is another important field pitch that we have that's going to be available for everyone to enjoy, and we're looking so forward to doing this. A 360, it's the first real one, not that and other places don't have a little bit of a pitch, but 360, it's a big deal. And the best part that I understand about it, that the matches are multiple days, right? It's a full fun-filled family adventure, which is why we needed as big a space here as Croton Point Park to be able to do that. But it is multiple days from sun up to sundown, multiple matches. And again, they told me I just needed to make sure to hit a 6, which is equivalent to a home run. Thank you so much.
So we're going to get ready and cut the ribbon. Just a couple of final closing thoughts. Sometimes we may wonder if sports really brings people together, because we see a lot of vibrant rivalries that generate a lot of anger and a lot of intensity between fans of different competing teams. In this area, in hockey, when the Rangers play the Islanders, doesn't feel like there's a lot of love in the rink. And certainly when the Boston Red Sox come down to Yankee Stadium, not a lot of love in the on the baseball diamond. Penn State versus Ohio State in football, and the Knicks against the Heat in basketball. We'll get them next year. But I did learn in a very different sport, and I didn't play it very well, but I learned something about what sports really does for us. It can bring us together. And I remember the end of a game, baseball game, in which there was a ground ball to shortstop. My friend Ralph Lopez was the shortstop. He picked up the ball, he flipped it to an African-American kid, Jarrett Smitherick, at second base, and he flipped it on to the first baseman, who was a tall white kid. And it was a double play at the end of the inning, and we won a game. And you never saw a Puerto Rican, a black, and a white kid happier than the three of them hugging each other, having turned the double play. That's not a policy statement. That's not an executive order for non-discrimination. That's people playing a sport and realizing that we have a common interest in competing together, and when we win, that we win together. We win together despite our differences. We win together because we're all ultimately in the same singular race on this planet. And hopefully this cricket pitch, while the competition will be intense, and there'll be a couple of moments, I'm sure, but it will bring us together. And Lord knows, in this world, we need to be brought together more often. So thank you for the accomplishment today. Let's cut a ribbon.
Yeah, just move in.
Let's begin the game.
Let's begin the game.